Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, June 11th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got the Google June 2025 core update actually helping, seeing partial recoveries with the old helpful content update. Google AI mode is expanding in other ways. And we have more about Google's ads hidden search terms and driving fewer clicks, and much more. So definitely stay tuned. And this episode is sponsored by SimilarWeb. You know, the all-in-one SEO platform. They've just landed a new AI visibility tool. And together with their AI traffic insights, it gives you a full picture of how AI is reshaping the landscape and who's winning. So check out SimilarWeb and their new AI visibility tool for more information. Thank you, SimilarWeb, for sponsoring. Okay, so first up, Google's June 2025 core update is still rolling out. It started rolling out on June 30th. We saw first visibility around July 2nd, and I think we saw another spike yesterday, July 10th or so. There are a number of people who were hit by the September helpful content update that are saying they're seeing big boosts. I'm not sure about full recoveries, but big boosts since this June 2025 core update land. It started around the boost, they started noticing around like the 6th or 7th of July. And it keeps continuing. So it seems like there's some positive movement for these sites that were hit like almost 2 years ago, which is great to see. Glenn Gabe shared some amazing data on this on Twitter and on his social media. We have tons of chatter across Webmaster World, on my own site, on Twitter and X as well. So there does seem to be some recoveries. It doesn't mean that everybody who was hit recovered. It doesn't mean that everybody is seeing boosts with this update. No, there are people who are seeing massive declines with this update, but there are sites that were hit and like sent in jail for like almost 2 years now with the September 2023 helpful content update that are actually seeing some boosts, which is great to see. And then Google Search Console seems to have some type of bug with their performance report where the average position is showing big drastic drops in average position. It doesn't make sense. People are saying they're checking their rankings, they seem fine. It really only occurs when you're doing some weird filtering or some advanced filtering in the performance report. But there are a lot of people noticing this. Google hasn't responded about this. They are aware, I believe. I haven't seen a response about this. So if you're looking at your average position and you see drastic changes, like massive changes with that, it might be related to the core update, but it might not be, especially if you check it manually. So definitely take a look at that and do not freak out yet. Hopefully we'll get an answer from Google on that soon. Also, Google Search Console added a new search appearance filter to the performance for discussion forums. You can now filter if you have the structured data on your website or not, and Google is actually showing rich results for discussion forums, which has been supported for a couple of years now. But now Google is actually reporting on that, so you can actually filter by that and see the performance there. Nobody really asked for it. People want the AI filters, but they gave us this instead. Ahrefs came out with a new study around AI-generated content and how it doesn't really hurt your rankings in Google search. Using AI-generated content is fine, according to the study. It goes into all the nuances around there. It goes through 600,000 pages, 100,000 random keywords, top 20 rankings, and so forth. And overall, it says that using a mix of AI-generated content is fine. And a lot of people do that. I think I used it on 2 posts, and I declared that they were used on 2 posts, just so you know. But just be careful, because sites that use fully AI-generated content and automate that just to rank well in Google search is against Google's policies, and we've seen Google take action on those types of websites. Glenn Gabe shared examples as well, but we've seen this over the years where Google has taken an example about not just machine-generated content and AI-generated content, but any tools people use to just take content in a machine-generated way, in an automated way, to go ahead and manipulate Google search results. So be careful with that and don't overdo it. Cloudflare's CEO, Matthew Prince, said that, and people are asking him, like, how are you going to block, we understand you can block Gemini. We understand that Cloudflare is doing this whole thing to block AI bots. And Google has a Google bot extended. And you can block Gemini, but you can't block your stuff from showing up in AI overviews or AI mode, because you have to block Google bot for search. And you can't do, Google says there's no way to differentiate between that because it's a search feature, they're saying. So Matthew Prince says we're going to get Google to do it. He wrote, Gemini is blocked by default. We will get Google to provide ways to block answer box and AI overview without blocking classic search indexing as well. And people were asking him, how? How are you going to do that? And they said they basically have a good relationship with Google, but he also said that if they have to, they will make a new law. And I'm not sure how they're going to do that. They said it's pretty easy, but we will see. I'm not sure how easy it will be for Cloudflare to actually force Google to do that. We've been asking Google for that since they launched SGE a couple of years ago. Google Search rolled out AI mode in India without labs, so now you don't have to actually opt into it if you're in India. So US and India are fully live. I don't think AI mode is available in any other country, even in opt-in modes. I'm sure it will be soon, but it's not yet. And then AI mode is also supposedly fully rolling out for those with Workspace accounts. I don't see it yet. I might be in that small percentage of people that don't get it, which Google does when they roll out stuff. They say they're holding back some people. But Google's Nick Fox said they rolled out AI mode to those in Workspace, which is pretty cool. Then AI mode also now available in Circle to Search and Google Lens, which is weird. And we discussed this on It's New yesterday, how Morty said when you click on it, it takes you, instead of taking you to AI mode, which they said it would, it takes you to an AI overview, and you have to scroll down into the AI overview, expand it, and then click on Dive Deeper. In any event, Google announced that AI mode is now available for Circle to Search and Google Lens. And then, if you ever used AI mode, you'll notice, like Jess Schultz says, that it's totally different every single time you do a search. It's not just across platform, but you can literally enter the same exact query, same exact question into AI mode, do that search multiple times in the same exact day within minutes of each other, and get different citations and different sources from AI mode. Sometimes they'll show 2, sometimes they'll show 13, sometimes whatever, and they'll show different sources each and every time. So it's really, really dynamic, and keep that in mind, which is going to make it impossible to track, obviously. Maybe that will change, I don't know. And then Google AI mode now is testing showing suggestions like people also ask or whatever in AI mode follow-up questions. So when you ask a follow-up question, there's a box at the bottom, and sometimes Google's showing you suggestions of what you might want to ask for those follow-ups to get more generated queries in AI mode. That was spotted by Kenichi Izuka. Nice find there. And then on the ad side, Google's Ginny Marvin, the ad liaison, went ahead and defended why there are so many search terms that are hidden for privacy reasons. Colin Slattery wrote on his blog and in other places basically saying that he analyzed $20 million of ad spend, 14 million clicks across 930 different campaigns. He said it turns out for every $1 in ad buys, Google siphons off 85 cents in forced inefficiencies through hidden search terms. Basically, the hidden search terms are performing so much worse than the search terms that they're not hiding. If they perform the same, he said he'd be fine with it. But why are hidden search terms, privacy-related search terms, providing so much poorer, like doing so much worse than not hidden search terms? And Ginny Marvin's like, there's no different. She went off and tried to explain this. There's a lot of back and forth. I think it would be cool to let advertisers say, if you're not going to show me the search terms that I'm paying for, if they're going to be hidden, I don't want to advertise for them. I'm not sure if they can do that. I asked Google, I didn't get a response. But that would be a fair thing, I think, from Google. If I'm buying the keyword, show it to me. If you're not going to show it to me, I'm not buying it. I think that's fair. But again, I'm not sure if they can or cannot do that. We will see if they come out with a feature for that. Nice over there, Colin. Also, people are asking, why are Google ads, generating fewer clicks? In a PPC Hero report, it basically says that ad costs are going up and ads are generating fewer clicks. And the question is obviously why? And there's a bunch of reasons. People are thinking AI overviews. Greg Finn says, I don't think it's AI overviews. Greg Finn is basically saying no. And Mark Sandstrom over at the PPC Hero blog went through this in detail. He actually said there are signs that people are clicking on fewer search ads than ever before, which effectively reduces the availability of inventory. And he went into more explanations, and Greg Finn thinks it's related to smart bidding, as we discussed yesterday on It's New. He doesn't think it's AI overviews. Maybe it's partially AI overviews. It's hard to know because there's no reporting on it. But he basically thinks it's around smart bidding, and Google's able to control the bids, and they're going to go ahead and drive higher CPCs, and that will lead to probably lower ad clicks because you're spending, you don't have as much money to spend. And then Google Ads accidentally released Google Ads Editor version 2.10. It has over 20 features, a lot of features, but they pulled back the release saying it's going to actually launch next week and not this week. I reported about it. It's not fully live for everybody yet. It will be live sometime next week, Google told me. And there's a lot of cool features in there, so definitely take a look at that when it goes live. And the Google Keywords Planner updated to give you a breakdown by city, by region, by platform. This is spotted by Maya Parashin on LinkedIn, and also Hannah spotted this on PPC News, where you can actually break down the Keyword Planner data by region and by device type, which is pretty cool. There is this weird Google local, maybe business profile reporting glitch, or maybe it's a ranking change, where we're noticing that in the past several days, since June 25th, it seems like the data is either gone or really, really low, meaning your rankings, impressions, and so forth, all that data has dropped significantly or to zero. It seems like a reporting glitch to me. A lot of people are covering this in the local search forums and other places. GMB API has a whole thing about this as well. So it does seem like a reporting glitch to me, but it might be a ranking bug. I'm not sure. I posted about this morning on Search Engine Roundtable. Then Google Business Profiles dropped the ability to use a utility bill as part of your evidence for when you submit an appeal. This is spotted by William Powell, so nice find there. So a number of local SEOs are stating that Google is now requiring local businesses that had their Google Business Profiles suspended to re-verify at a higher normal rate. Usually when you suspended, maybe when you get it unsuspended, you don't have to re-verify, but supposedly according to Ben Fisher and other local SEOs, they're seeing that you have to re-verify after your Google Business Profile was suspended. Not sure what's changing there, but keep that in mind. Again, thank you so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Everyone, a great, safe weekend. Again, thanks to SimilarWeb for sponsoring. Definitely check out their new AI visibility tool, and I hope to see you guys next week. Be well, be safe. Bye-bye.